Once in a while, you start to think about a different car. Not because you need one, but because you can imagine something better. The one you have, it's fine. It's familiar. You know exactly how it sounds and how it feels. Even the little flaws become a part of the experience. But sometimes you just can't help but wonder. Maybe a bigger trunk, maybe some more power, maybe just something to make you feel a little less behind whenever a minivan passes you. And as with all things in life, some just glide effortlessly across the surface, while others get caught up and sink. And the tricky part is, you really can't tell which one you got until it's out of your hands. Then one day it appears. A listing for a car that has everything you can imagine, everything you ever wanted. More space, more comfort, more power, and somehow at a price that seems impossible. Your heart says yes, your mind doesn't hesitate, and your wallet doesn't even get a vote. You simply go and buy your perfect car. And then reality sets in. And that is where this story begins. Now I'm stuck with something that's not quite what I had in mind. This is the story of my perfect car. This car has a not so short list of issues, which I of course didn't notice when I got it. The obvious paint variation isn't too bad, I could just repaint it, but there are a lot of issues worse that needs my attention before a paint job. First of all, the springs have been cut, so it's much lower than normal. And that has damaged the exhaust. Something has punctured the exhaust. It's not too bad, so we can probably just patch it up. To take care of the engine ticking, I'm gonna perform an oil flush. By adding these additives, I hope it will clean the engine. And since it's been leaking, I'm gonna replace the copper with one of these O-rings. While I was replacing the oil, I noticed that the CV boot on the driver's side is torn and needs to be replaced. I was looking into the issue with the CV boot and noticed this also. This might be a bigger job than I first anticipated. It's a little more obvious now. It's not quite straight. So this controller needs to be replaced, that's for sure. You need to remove the engine mount in order to get that out. Hopefully I don't need to actually dismount the entire engine, just like lift it up slightly and remove the mount, but I haven't done it before, so I have no idea if I actually need to remove the engine. I'm just gonna do as little as possible and pray for the best, and hopefully I don't need to take out the engine. At this point I'm considering just removing the engine and putting it in my daily driver. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that, but the thought has occurred. It looks like there's one bolt holding the engine mount from underneath. Unmount that and then lift the entire engine up and then just wiggle this arm inwards. It's a bit tricky to reach down there, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so nothing went really to plan because our engine hoist stopped working. We checked the fluid, but it's full, so we probably shot a seal or something. So we need to figure out the second plan, and that's why it's dark out, because this did not really work out. What I've done since the last camera update is just disconnecting everything here. Same as on the other side, just removing the spring and disconnecting this ball joint. Luckily we don't need to replace this control arm, so we're just gonna leave it be. But we're gonna disconnect this drive shaft and see from there. We will most likely not be able to pull the upper control arm today, unfortunately, but we'll try to figure it out. Here are the two cut springs. Actually, I want to compare the cut springs with the normal springs. These two have been the same length once upon a time. And the next step is to find a different solution to the malfunctioning engine hoist. Since there isn't really any replacement parts for a home-built hoist, we most likely need to replace it. If you enjoyed these types of videos, then you should consider subscribing. And if you want to help me out, you can leave a comment saying what you think of the video and what you'd like to see in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.